Just move away. Tell him what happened. He just ran out in front. You stupid idiot! How much? How many drinks is a life worth? Go, you bastard! I'll report you. You shut your mouth. I'll shut it for you. Call her. Let's see if she's got a friend. Another drink?
I'll get it. In a minute.
You jokes think he wants to go me or what? Or do you reckon he's a big girl's blouse? Go on, coconut. Do it. We're ready this time. Lost your nerve?
Don't tempt me, man.
Hang one on me then. You know you want to.
Shut up, creep.
Cool.
Nah, you knew you were drunk in charge. If there was any justice, you'd be off the road. So get off Sam's case.
Vicky, he's not with the hassle.
Pathetic. The coconut needs a girl to fight his battles for him now.
Hey, I don't need anyone to fight my battles for me. But my partner's right. Your attitude sucks, and I don't want to waste any time on you.
Too scared?
Oh, yeah. Like I'm really petrified. Then why don't you just call your friend a taxi?
Don't need a taxi.
Get the car keys off him too, Tink.
Only had a couple of beers. Wuss.
Good one, Sam. That was a knocker's block off.
Yeah, same here. It wasn't the way to go.
Are you having an affair with her?
Ingrid, no?
I just want you to tell me the truth, Stuart.
That is the truth, I swear it.
Why should I believe you? You didn't tell me what you were up to, or that Ingrid was involved.
Hang on a minute here. I've just spent days locked in a shed in the middle of nowhere. I was lucky to get out of there alive.
I know, and I was worried sick. If you'd told me where you were going or what you were up to, I could have helped. But you went behind my back. After all the promises you made.
Look, I made a mistake, all right? And I'm sorry, but I've paid for it, believe me. Look, I'm tired and hungry again. I'd rather not be having this conversation.
Fine, well then there's food in the fridge. Good night.
Much better. You're leaping ahead.
All I need now is a few weeks of sea air.
Are you sure she's ready to leave?
Well, that's what the doctor ordered. And as I understand it, he's very devoted to his patient. Just like his daughter.
Ellen tells me you've spent quite a lot of time in here in the past few weeks.
Oh, but so did Dad and Jonathan.
What did you do all that time?
Brushed your hair, did some exercises. I read to you a lot. You should take some of the magazines with you. You've got a lot of catching up to do.
Oh, my God.
The new Cara Nicholas collection, bag ladies are in. Heaps of bags and layers.
And fingerless gloves.
Have you read them?
No, just remember something. What?
Well, it's just that I read that article to you the other day while you were asleep.
Women, I had to wait at the airport for ages.
Oh, honey, Tiana will phone just after you left. She's staying over a bit longer.
What?
Well, you can't expect her to come rushing back.
Why not?
She's got a career to think about. I don't suppose the famous Jack Bracey's going to be at this conference.
Thanks for reminding me, mate.
Ah, don't worry. With Michael away, you'll be flat out wheeling and dealing. You won't have any time to think about it.
You want a bet? You know, that woman puts everything before me. She always has. I used to admire it. You know, that she was so independent.
But there are limits, eh?
You're damn right.
Well, I may not be a beautiful black woman with attitude, but I'm not bad company. We could be bachelors together.
Gee, thanks, mate, but it's not exactly what I had in mind.
Oh, a few beers, greasy takeaways, sport on the TV. What more could you ask?
I'm serious, Sam. You're so cool with those guys. Hey, I was proud of you.
Hey, you were pretty impressive yourself. If you need another job, you could always make it as a bouncer.
I'm sure Chris would agree with you. What
about you?
What about me?
I would say you were ready to go back to work.
Not yet.
Oh, the way you dealt with that jerk.
Hey, come on. He was just some idiot in a bar. I'm not ready for the real thing.
How do you know?
I know. In the ambulance, you have to be ready for anything. But the thought of people in pain, people dying, I'm not ready for it yet.
I'm sorry, man.
Me too. Because, hey, it's driving me crazy. I mean, I need to be busy.
Hi, guys. Just passing.
Hey, guy, I like your tattoo.
What?
That thing on your back.
I'm going to see Mum. Don't pick her stuff till I get back.
Why not?
Because you wouldn't know the essentials. Trust me, Dad.
What do you need for a cruise, apart from a pair of shorts and a good book?
Like I said, leave it to me.
I know what you must think of me.
Oh, really?
I feel like a complete idiot. I should have believed you.
But you didn't. And it really hurt, Jono.
It's kind of hard to explain. I'm not trying to make any excuses, but when Mum was calling me in Dunedin, you know, talking about how unhappy she was and what she thought was going on between you and Grace, it was...
I can imagine.
No, you can't. You can't imagine what it was like having her crying over the phone. I felt so useless.
But you didn't think to talk to me about it.
You remember when I left, you know, I asked you to look out for Mum, you know, that she wasn't as tough as she made out.
What, so is that why you went to the police, to get back at me?
No. They kind of tricked that part out of me. It's probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. Do you forgive me?
Well, after all we've been through, Jono, I'm not about to give up on you now. As far as I'm concerned, past can stay where it belongs. Alex and I have got the rest of our lives to look forward to.
Well, if I could just talk to her, perhaps we could sort this out. Is that really necessary? Yes, all right. 7:30. Tell her I'll pick her up. Thank you. Well, I hope you're satisfied. Madam Sturgis would prefer to do business over dinner, face to face.
Oh, you poor thing. Still, with Tiano away.
Yes, I'm just a lonely man with nothing better to do but work. Thank you for that reminder.
What's that? Try and book you into that new French restaurant, the revolving one.
Oh, great. Heaps of calories spinning around and around, blocked arteries, and everywhere I look, the face of Hilary Sturgis. I feel sick already.
Don't exaggerate. She's not exactly ugly.
I hadn't noticed.
Did you talk to Dad?
Yeah, I talked to him. Felt like a real dork.
There's a reason for that.
Darling. Well, I guess you can take over now. Just be gentle with her, okay?
I feel about 110. It's perfect for a romantic cruise.
What a great, Mum.
You're a liar, and I love you for it. I'm so sorry for all that trouble I caused between you and your father.
No, you didn't cause anything. I was there all the time.
When I rang you about Grace, I was so desperate. I didn't know what else to do.
And how are you feeling now?
Very lucky, basically, to be alive, to have you with me.
Well, it's good to have you back in one piece, Stuart. Just a pity it took you so long.
Well, incredible. What happened was we...
Yeah, I'm sure it was, darling, but you can save the famous 5 story. Just let it be a lesson to you. Don't do business with crooks.
Stuart, where have you been?
Carmen, I'm so sorry what I put you through.
Look, don't worry. I got the money back. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Look, I had the cops call round wanting me to give them a statement. They've arrested Byron.
Yeah, no.
So tell me, what happened?
It's a long story.
Okay, I'll get a cup of coffee and you can tell me all about it. Hey, Jo will be so stoked. She's been so worried about you. Is there a problem there?
Yeah, you could say that.
Here, check it out. It's official.
What?
Well, they caught that sleazeball who tried to rip off all Carmen's money, Byron Kramer.
Yeah, I heard. Stuart helped them catch the guy.
Oh, that explains this unidentified source. Tipped off police and handed over documents relating to the resort fraud. Sounds like something out of James Bond.
Yeah, Stuart said it was pretty hairy.
It must have been. This guy Kramer's got a history of scams and robbery with violence. You must be pleased to have him back in one piece.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
The new French restaurant, eh? Doesn't it revolve?
Yeah, big deal.
Well, I've heard it is. Yeah, I wouldn't mind going there with an attractive female associate myself.
Hey, not associate, debt collector.
I'm impressed at the sacrifices you're prepared to make.
Well, I would rather be at home here, laser grazing and eating pizza with you.
I'm flattered, but you protest too much, Dr. Rolpata. Methinks it's pretty convenient, this meeting coming up when Tiana is away.
Hey, this is strictly business, and believe me, if I could get out of it, I would.
So, shall I go in your place?
I think she would spot the difference.
Bon appetit. And fix your collar.
So they've upgraded us to a stateroom. Someone pulled out the last minute.
Someone needs the head read.
Well, it cost a small fortune. Still, it's exactly what Alex needs at the moment. Total pampering, and she shall have it.
Well, don't worry about us. We'll just slave on without you.
I am relying on it.
Oh, how do we get hold of you in case of emergency?
You don't. I have total confidence in Jenny and Honey. They will handle everything.
Mum's bags are packed and ready to go.
Good, good.
Now, she might notice that her new waistcoat is missing, but that's because you have to be young to wear that style.
Oh, well, I'll pass that on.
So, good times while the folks are away, Rachel?
Not really. I'll be pretty busy studying. I've got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, and Marge will be there to keep an eye on the place.
What? Dad, how could you do this to me?
Rachel, there is no way I'm leaving you alone in that house. It's just not safe.
I'm not a kid anymore.
Exactly.
Marge is a really good cook.
Oh, great. I'll get bored and fat. Why can't I have someone nearer my own age?
Such as?
Well, I don't know. But if I find someone, can I have them?
If they're suitable, maybe.
No, don't look at me.
Kirsty, I know we haven't always...
Rachel, I've been called a lot of things, but suitable is not one of them.
But I can't handle Marge. There's got to be somebody else.
Maybe there is.
I'm not quite ready. I didn't expect you to be so punctual.
It's a bad habit of mine.
One I like. I don't like to be kept waiting. In business, I mean.
This is business.
Yeah, of course. Make yourself comfortable. Have a drink if you like.
No, I'm fine.
There's some champagne in the fridge. Which ones?
The pearls definitely suit you.
Pearls, then. Can I tell you the truth?
Sure.
I really don't feel like going out. Waiters, cutlery, all that hassle.
Well, I heard the food's really good.
Sure, but I like pizza, don't you?
Yes, but isn't this...
Well, I'm sure we'd get a lot more done without all the distractions. This is business, right?
Right.
So, why don't we order a large pizza with all the works, spread the papers out on the table and go for it? Much easier.
Well...
Is that a yes?
Well, Sam, thanks for coming in. Jenny's taken over my office.
It's no problem. I thought you'd be cruising by now.
You ever tried to escape from this place? Jenny has insisted on a copy of my itinerary stapled, delivered to her desk before departure.
I guess she just needs to know where you are, in case of an emergency.
Yeah, well, by emergency, she had better mean nuclear war. Nothing else is acceptable. Right. You know, I'm only just beginning to realize how much I need this break. You keep going, you keep going. You don't realize what stress you're under.
I know.
What does it take to make you stop and look at yourself? When I thought I was going to lose Alex, then I realized how much she meant. Oh, Sam, hell, I'm sorry.
What did you want to say me about Dr. McKenna?
Right, yeah. I was very impressed with the way you handled that conflict in Kennedy's the other night.
I'm used to drinks. You see a lot of them in my job.
No, you did very well. Am I right in assuming that you're on extended leave?
That's right.
Good, because I've got an offer for you. Working late? Don't let it become a habit.
All set?
Just about. There's my itinerary, as requested. And I found these buried at home. You might need them for the next shareholders' meeting.
Oh, I need all the help I can get, thanks.
Rubbish. You'll have the meeting out of your hands.
What? Noel and Hilary Sturgis? I cut my fingers afterwards.
Divide and rule always works for me.
So I've noticed. But in this case, what if they gang up on me?
They won't. They hate each other. That's the wonderful thing about families.
But I can ring you on the ship if I need you.
You won't need me. You'll be brilliant.
It's really very simple. I mean, basically, the clinic is carrying a debt that needs to be restructured.
Well, shouldn't we be finding out a way to pay it off?
Forget about that. I mean, a healthy balance sheet is for wimps. The idea is to reorganise the debt so that you've got more money working for you.
How?
Well, you don't need to worry about that.
Don't worry my pretty little head about it, you mean?
Exactly. You're good at what you do, and I'm good at what I do. Let's keep it that way.
More available funds would mean we could provide a better service.
And that's what we're here for.
Really? I thought you invested in the clinic to make a quick buck.
You think I'm that cynical?
You're your father's daughter.
Oh, don't hold that against me. That champagne should be good and cold by now. I think we both deserve some, don't you?
I'll drink to that.
So why exactly do you want to do this, Rebecca?
My parents used to go away a lot when we were teenagers. We were left with an older neighbour. She was lovely, but she really couldn't keep up with us.
Well, you made trouble.
My brothers did, but I kept them in line. That's why I think young people need young guardians.
Yeah, it's not too young.
Yeah, I think my job ensures maturity. I'm a registered nurse.
Listen, Rebecca, I just don't want there to be any all-night partying while we're away.
No funny business. You have my word on that.
Dr. McKenna, Rebecca did an excellent job looking after Chris.
Is that so?
We did have a few problems.
Yeah, well, I can imagine Chris was more than a handful. At least you're honest.
She is, and very thorough.
Rachel, can I trust you?
Absolutely, Dad. Rebecca looks like a brilliant role model.
Yeah, well, I suppose so. Look, I'll ring Marge and break the news, okay? Whoa, you look great.
Mum, the waistcoat.
Told her it was perfect. Casual but chic.
I hate you.
No violence on clinic premises, thank you.
Have a wonderful holiday and make sure Michael takes good care of you.
Okay. Shall we depart?
Let's.
Off we go.
So I rely on you to keep the bar running smoothly.
Yeah.
We'll take a stock list later.
Great.
It's the way to go. I will never sleep on anything less than $250,000.
It's that firm support. Bit about the paper cuts.
Well, if you will wriggle.
I can't help it. It's all those zeros, they inflame me.
Hey, you look like someone I know. He's an ambulance officer.
Madam, sir, will you be wanting a table?
No, I want to know what you're doing here.
I'm working.
What is?
Well, McKenna was looking for a temporary manager. I was looking for a temporary job, so beautiful.
There's only one problem, Sammy. You don't drink.
Hey, who better to manage a bar?
Good point. Now shake us up a couple of martinis, thanks, Sam, and we'll drink to you a long and happy employment.
Of course. There's also the small matter of your bar tab.
My all-time favourite position. Managerial position.
Right.
I managed an art house cinema.
Really?
Yeah, I saw some wonderful movies. Don't get the time anymore.
So, your favourite director?
Probably Kurosawa.
Oh, that figures.
Why?
Well, isn't he the guy who made all those Japanese epics? Ruthless Tyrants, Beautiful Woman, Out for Blood.
Yeah, I think he's a genius.
I'll take your word for it. So, what made you leave this fabulous job?
Let's not talk about me all evening. I think the jungles of Guatemala sound much more exciting.
Damn, I didn't bring my slides.
Oh, what a shame. More champagne?
Oh, no. A drink wouldn't do me any good at this point. I really should be going.
Shall I call you a taxi?
No. I'll walk. The fresh air would do me good.
Well, we got through a lot of business tonight, Horny. And I've had a really good time. Thank you.
My pleasure.
They should be in a plane to Miami by now. I hope Mum's okay. She looked a bit fragile.
I think Dad will take pretty good care of her.
Really?
Of course. Anything happens now looks sus.
Jonathan, that's an awful thing to say.
Joke alert. Seriously though, sis, I think it's going to take more than a cruise to change the habits of a lifetime.
Meaning what?
Meaning Dad is about as romantic as a pair of tweed underpants.
Gross. Old dogs can learn new tricks.
Well, let's hope so. Yeah, I'm going to turn in.
You headed back to Dunedin tomorrow?
Early.
Don't wake me up then, Jack.
I won't, scumface.
freedom.
Ooh, hey, I don't think you should have your feet on the furniture.
Pardon?
You heard. Would you do that if your parents were here?
One small but crucial point. You're not. Lighten up, Becky.
I think we'd better get a few things straight.
Like what?
Your dad left some instructions with Mum. Do's and don'ts for the next few weeks.
Someone's birthday.
I feel really, really low. I feel like a worm.
Worms usually crawl, don't they?
You're right, I should crawl. I'm a total cow.
A worm and a cow.
I couldn't believe how far I had to go to find a late night florist.
Why should I believe you? You didn't believe me.
I'm sorry. Really sorry. Really, truly sorry. I should have believed you.
Yeah, well, you didn't. It's too late now.
What do I have to do?
Well, you could take off all your clothes and open the champagne.
I was really worried.
I'm sorry, babe. I'm really sorry.
Sorry to bother you.
Couldn't you find a cab? I can call one from here.
No, it's not that. It's just
Well, I
that...
was just sorting out the papers if you've left anything.
No, I didn't.
Oh. Would you like to come in?
Yes, I would.
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost, it seems. I think a change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance or a dream, Shortland Street. Taking time to hold my place. Yesterday's another race, just living for the times we've seen. When the writing on the wall says I'll be Shortland Street. If you want to find a way of searching for another world, it's hard to see Shortland Street.